Excellent. And I am muted. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good thing we caught that early. Thank you very, very much, Turkey. No, Kaiser, I'm just really a poser. The real Crow 77 would never come online muted by accident. This is an interesting hand. Like, there's a reasonable chance we end up like Chanta or Junchan or something, but it's probably not worth directly going for. Good evening, Zukana. Why are those tiles doing that repeatedly? Alright, that should fix that. Don't know what it is. Things are just having problems docking to my monitor for some reason. Apparently I'm just all kinds of a mess today for some reason. It looks like we're good now. East wind. Yeah, I think we just play for efficiency here. Holding on to the one pin for like that outside chance of Chanta. Have to draw like exactly white dragon here. Well, actually that might work too. Oh. That was a very quick pawn. That must be a bot. That was an impossibly quick pawn. That's very strange. Let's see if we see any kind of behavior like that. If so, I might have to figure out how to type these characters so I can report the... presumably the bot. Yeah, discards being instant isn't the weirdest thing, honestly. That's an awkward draw, though. Maybe this shoe was a mistake, but it was an Akka. What do you expect me to do? Boom. That's two Dora. That's unfortunate. Don't think there's much I could have done there. Except for probably not taking the chi. But yeah, like instant discards you can train. Pawns like that are impossible reflexes. Like, the discard didn't even register on my screen by the time the discard was, or the pawn was coming out. We'll see if it happens again. Like, it's possible it's just a misclick, right? But I don't think it's likely. Alright, this hand just looking like Tanya here. Boom. Yeah, no, there's no way that's not a bot. If anyone would like to report them on Tenho, please feel free to. Their name is whatever the hell this says. If anyone has an easy way to type that and can throw that in my Discord, I'd be happy to throw a report in later as well. Because you're not supposed to be botting like that. Boom. It's not Chitoy, unfortunately. This is just Tanyao. Riichi. That's not great. The one pin isn't bad against them. That is... 7-1 doesn't look great at all. How do I get out of this one? Apparently it could have been like Suanko. I guess 5 so is probably best here. Huh. 3-6 is out. This is a one shot. I'm gonna risk the 7. I don't like it, but the tempi is very good here. It looks like we're toy. And if I get the chance to... Ooh, that's a rougher one. No, it's alright though. I think it's worth the risk there. Okay, 4-7 weight. Good deal.
Home.
I do, Kaiser. The big thing was the other tiles that were in use around it. That's why I went for the 5 there. Not saying it was right, but, you know, when streaming I don't always have as much time to think through my plays as I'd like to. So we'll go with it. Thank you, Don. I actually can't copy, or I can copy from this, can't I? Yeah. Cool. Good deal. Thanks, guys. Throw that in Notepad for later. Those instant pawns, though. The thing is, it doesn't even look like the bot has much in the way of defense or anything, though. So it doesn't seem like a great bot. Oh, no worries. That's a good draw. Yeah, we'll do this here. Now we're on Ramen Ishanten. Oh, beautiful. We still Riichi this though.
Riichi.
Let's go. Expert instructor Kai Kai Dai Dai. Really? Oh, if I would have waited one more turn, I would have gotten the Dora. It's alright. This hand is basically Mongon already. Sumo 5 is Hanuman, I think. But yeah, we'll definitely take this one. Alright, what is this hand? Oh, my first few discards are easy. I mean, there are some very good bots out there, as we've seen, right? And if the bot itself is the instructor, then... interesting. That probably means I don't really want to risk discarding the West into him. Like, with this hand not being great, we don't really want to feed him. Like, it might not just be an outside hand, it might be, like, Hon Roll Toll, honestly. Which is even more terrifying. Yeah, I don't like doing this, but... the 2 quick pawns is just a little bit too suspect. Okay, so just Toy. Still have to worry about these honors, though. Still don't think it makes sense to deal them. Yeah, I'm just folding here. It just doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, Tsunoda has a lot of work to do, doesn't he? Yeah, I like can't discard these tiles reasonably. Can't remember the reporting link for Tenho, otherwise I'd do it during the game here. What is that? Is 2-pin then? I think it's 2-pin. This person's really pushing. Like, we're definitely cruising for second at this rate. You guys probably notice a lot of times I'll discard like a terminal tile or an honor tile, and it seems like kind of random which one I do first. With this hand, with how bad the shapes are, I'm not really gonna be able to make good shapes, honestly. So I'm deciding to hold some of the terminal tiles here. Now, whether or not that's right, who knows? But it's the decision I'm making right now. I think it goes by volume of reports, though. So there's a little bit more to it than just, you know, one person reporting or what have you. It's very possible a lot of players are, like in America, and don't know how to report on Tenho, which is fair. It's not exactly intuitive to navigate a Japanese website for a lot of us. Oh, good idea. I didn't know if that was the thing, Seen Turkey. Yeah, keeping the 6 for efficiency, but the 9 is really where I want to be with the Sanchoku chance. But that Sanchoku chance is going out the window right now. Because my next cut is 9, because the 8 is going to be the pair here. I'm just going to cut the pinch on here. Yeah, things felt a little weird. Not enough to bust them. I don't know. So I'm down by a little bit more than a direct hit Mangan, unfortunately, which is a really tough deficit to come back from. Yeah, but the file size isn't really that big to begin with either. I'm sure they have reference to it, though. I'm sure they can see every event on the server from this player. That's a lot of Dora. Southwind Pon. So that means they're on a Manzu Honitsu. So ideally I don't want to discard any Manzu, which probably means I just chi here.
Chi.
Go for the Tanyao. Seems reasonable. That makes not discarding any Manzu a bit harder. I guess we're discarding at least one. Didn't deal in. That's good. That's good too. We don't need this too. We want to draw the 7 Mon. That's pretty good, but at the same time we don't really want it. We need the pair to be somewhere else. Because otherwise we'll have to discard either a Dora or the Manzu, and I don't think we can cut the Manzu anymore. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just gonna tear this one apart and play safe and naturally. Discard the 3 first and then the 7, since the 7's safe against this player. Now 7 is safe against here. Hopefully I can chi it. Yes, I can. It's pretty ideal. That's less than ideal, but it did pass. Which is better? Probably just this. Yeah, I could, St. Turkey. What? Why are there no East discarded? That's unfortunate. Yeah. Definitely can't discard East here. Well, we hit the Tempai. It's something. We do make up a little bit of the deficit there, which is nice. Yeah, kind of a mediocre hand. We'll see.
Boom.
Can't help but laugh a little bit. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about botting on Tenho.
Boom.
Like, what's the point? Like, that's really what it comes down to. Like, this player could just be, like, never mind, this bot's terrible. There's no saving it. What is that con? Like, that's just such a bad con.
Gee.
Like, maybe to sell the account, but what? You're selling a Jokyu account? Maybe make it to Tokujo? I don't know. I just didn't really think there's a market for that sort of thing, but maybe I'm wrong. I really want that 5, but don't really have a path to Tanya that's very safe. Yeah, but like, you don't get to pick your name or anything at that point.
Boom.
Yeah, I guess Kaiser, like, I don't know. Like, if this is a, not thought exercise, but basically just an exercise to see if they can program a halfway decent Mahjong bot, 1, they're failing. But 2, I kind of get it. Just, like, see how this bot stacks up against him. But you can just DM Sunoda or send him an email or whatever and say, hey, I want to make this bot. Is that okay? And he'll say yes. You'll put a bot denote thing before it and you're good to go. Now, if you guys hadn't noticed, this one is looking like Chitoy. Yes, Ultra, well done. And now that I've insulted the bot, I'm gonna lose to it, aren't I? Oh no, not quite. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take that. Where is my stream? And yes, let me get that game ID for you real quick. I will post it in the Discord just to avoid spamming any sort of chat or anything like that. It's this one. Where's my Discord? There it is. Okay. It is posted in stream and video discussion. All right. Right back into it. Decent hand here. Oh, thank you, Solly. Oh, you're not in the Discord scene, Turkey. What? What are you doing not being in the Discord? There should be a link to it in the description of this, whatchamacallit? This stream. Well, yeah, but this is Crow's Mahjong Discord. Okay. This hand is doing pretty nicely here. Could end up with an Itsu or something. Yeah. But no, don't feel like you need to join my Discord or anything. I'm not offended. I just pretend to be on stream. It's weird that the player to my left is taking so long to play now. Ooh. What's that do? I think that does that. Because then that's a very good pair weight if we end up there. God, if we draw a 6, what are we waiting on? Doesn't that just go nuts? A 6 mon, that is. Oh yeah, no push fold is a very tough one to ease into. Oh wow.
Riichi.
Alright, chat. Find the weight. This one's all you guys. Pretty sure I know it. Not really seen turkey. It's more making the decision as to whether or not you're pushing or folding. So are you playing aggressively or playing defensively? God, if I don't win this hand, I'll be so sad. This weight is so good, and 5 is not one of them. I think I've given you guys enough time. If I'm reading it correctly, the weight is 13469. Yeah, that should be it done. Well done. Unless I missed one, which is possible. It doesn't wait on 8, does it? No, it doesn't wait on 8. Incidentally, the last 9 does get us 8, so if we can find it. We have to find, like, almost any Manzu first. Sort of seen turkey. So really the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5 shape is a good one to know, because that one waits on the 1, 3, 4, 6. It would also wait on a 0, but obviously there's no 0. So once you know that shape, if you tack on the 6, 7, 8, that just adds one more on the, basically a Sanmenchan in it. The 9. Come on. This game is crap. Alright, alright. Yep, exactly, Don. Yeah, it is Kaiser. Like, it wasn't a crazy hand or anything. It was 5,200 points. But yeah, like having a 5-tile weight. I guess effectively it's a 4-tile weight. Don't think I need this one. There's like an argument to discarding 9-8 there. Because the 1, 2, 3 could be better, but yeah. Now we discard the 1, 2. Excuse me.
Riichi.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense in turkey. Here we've got an easy discard. We're starting with this 8. And if we draw 7 pin, we're pushing. If we draw 3, 6 mon, it's harder. That's Sotakawa. It should be fine. So the 4-5 ramen is a safe discard now. Basically all my Manzu are safe. the 2-pin is like a little questionable, but with the 3-pin discard, it should still be fine. Typically. I just don't think it's worth the risk, though. I guess it could have been like a Shabo on the 9 or something, but I guess there's some risk there. We should be able to rebuild our pair pretty easily, though. Huh. Let's test it. Yeah, okay. Yep, absolutely. 369 mon, or all Pinfu, they're done. Yep, there you go. That's very good weight, but unfortunately just didn't get there. There's a little bit of doubt in my mind with that one, but then I realized that this actually did just come out right away. I probably should just discard the 4/5 mon. 3 safe.
Sumo.
In the same boat as everyone else, basically, except we're down a stick. Not a bad hand. Accepts Dora. It's got an Akka. It's trying to get rid of the Akka. Hopefully it doesn't manage that. This is a fun shape too, if you guys haven't seen this, when you're building a hand. Because this shape here, you can complete with the 1, 4, or 6. So it's sort of like it's a ramen kanjon is what it's called. It's very useful when you're building hands just for like efficiency purposes, because it can also always end Pinfu. You can basically guarantee Pinfu in a way that perfect Ishanten can't. Yeah, we'll do this. Basically, I'm hedging against, if we draw the 2 mon, I want to be able to have value still. So if we draw the 2 mon, we can get the Sanshoku. So discarding this direction helps that a bit.
Riichi.
Reach isn't good. This is Shompai, and that's a push.
Sumo.
And that's an Ipatsumo on the Takame. Okay, sure. Can I hard push a flush here? Well, I think no matter what, I can discard the penchant first. I don't want to call this south yet.
Boom.
Like, if I draw something right now to connect to the 8, I'd feel great about this flush. As it is, though, I'm looking at discarding the white dragon. Two dragons, I guess it's fine. Who knows, maybe we'll get Daisangan. It's very, very hard to get Daisangan. Very, very easy to pass up Dora, apparently. And the Daisangan dream is dead, and so is our chance at value, really. Didn't draw any Sozo. Needed something there. Yeah, it's sad seeing Turkey, but it happens.
Riichi.
Like, we have a fairly safe route to Tempai here. Discard 3 so, discard 8 so. Well, I mean, yeah. There's step 1. Is this a con think or a sumo? Interesting. Well, this hand is now worth pushing. But it's also very awkward because of the way we need to finish out these pairs. Okay, and the 9-7 discard is safe. So we'll start with 3 here. Can discard the 9 if we get a 6. Okay.
Go.
Okay. Like, it's possible it's just lag there too, Scene Turkey. And, like, if I remember the hand correctly, it wasn't a con, right? It's Riichi Pin Fedora. So it couldn't be a con. So lag will get you sometimes if you use that too much. Excuse me.
Home.
Oh yeah. I mean, remember, these servers are literally on the other side of the world compared to me. Yeah, seems fun. I don't really want the Norths. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense to get rid of them yet. With 2 of them cut, I'm probably never reaching on the Shabo here. It is Suji trapped, but not a great Suji trap. Well, you'd think so, Don, but the bot game we just had kind of disproved that because that was immediate. But no, I think it's actually just the servers kind of failing sometimes. Probably should have held that 4 pin for a little bit, and I would have been okay with a 3 draw.
Go.
Okay, doesn't matter. Toy Toy Nomi? Sure. This hand is kind of beautiful. Don't tell my wife I said that, she might get jealous. But we have Dora 2 with a very clear Tanyao. Still Pinfu outs, still technically like Sun Shoku outs. So if we draw like 6 pin, we just Dama, discarding the 1. If we draw that, we might be able to get a better weight out of it.
Home.
God, if we draw 2 so here, that could be good, but not amazing, I guess. That's a better weight, but it loses Tanyao. It's not a better weight. Like, the thing is, we can even just connect to the 6 here and be fine, because we can just discard an 8. Like, this is a very wide improvement weight. I'm tempted to take the Suji trap here, but gotta be disciplined.
Sumo.
I guess we'll just sumo a gun. I'm fine with that. If that's what the game wants to give me, Jesus Christ. What are these hands right now? And, like, there's not very much value here this time, to be fair. But, like, could be Ipeko. Could draw into Dora.
Home.
If it's not Pinfo, I'm probably not reaching. But I reserve the right to change that. Yeah, pretty good starting hand. Pretty good high pie. Pretty much any Manzu puts us in Tenpai. The 2-pin is not very good here because there's been way too many pins we discarded. Really, the 2-mon isn't good here either. We just haven't drawn anything better. Like, drawing 3-so here would actually be great. Draw 3-so, discard 2-mon. I might get greedy and discard the 8-mon in that case, honestly. It's not really something I do very often. Like, I don't like this Ipega shape. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta mix it in.
Riichi.
Of course someone else beats us to Tenpai.
Chi.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm just dropping the pair right here. Seen turkey. Just don't think it makes sense to push too hard into this. Yeah, there we go. And that was a 369 weight. All right then. We're neck and neck for second place, and we have a Dora 2 hand that is once again a very advanced shape. This one actually has upgrades though. Like this Manzu shape or Sozu shape here. We could draw a Dora and be okay with that now. Yeah, Sench has a lot going for it. Hopefully it actually does something this time. Don't be like the last hand. Okay, great draw. Don't need this 8 really. Even though the weight is kind of terrible. If we're just waiting on 7, so I will still Riichi, because it's Dora 2. Like, you'd gotta Riichi those. Now if we draw that, that's even better. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Is that better? I don't think it is. It's probably better to discard the 2 on there, actually. Yeah, it was. Missed that one. That one's on me. I don't know who else it would be on, but... Yeah, Tumon was the right cut there, Scene Turkey. I don't really need the Tumon for anything, though. Now watch, here's where I just draw the 3-mon outright. Close, 3-pin. That is better. We will hold that for a minute. The door discard here is concerning. So are my draws. Like, what is going on right now? Apparently, if my high pie is good, the hand is terrible. Like, I get that there's only 12 tiles I'm looking for, but come on, game. And now it's a 2-sided kanchan, I guess. That is a Sotogawa trap. I can discard the 8 and Riichi. Ugh. Yeah, but it just always feels bad to, like, be Ishanten for that long, right?
Chi.
That 4 is not a safe discard. The pause on that was concerning. Like, we're Dora 2 here. Dora 2 Ishanten forever. I just can't get there. Maybe I should just cheat that 7. We are getting pretty close to the end. Now with the 7 coming out, I should be able to discard the 4. But okay, I did manage to dodge the deal in. We'll take that. Yeah, exactly. And like, it happens. It's Mahjong. I get it. There's variance, but it's one of the more frustrating things about the game. It really comes down to like any card game or anything too, though. It's like poker. I have pocket aces and I lost. What's going on? Rabble, rabble, rabble. Basically the same idea. You just don't end up knowing what your opponents have a lot of times. It's fine. Like, this hand's fine. Nothing too amazing can really happen here. We could get the Ipeco, but our shapes are not great. The penchant's pretty much impossible to upgrade. So, it's... How would I upgrade that penchant? Because like the 3-pin had too much overlap here, that's why I discarded it. But maybe drawing like a 5 or 4-mon, 3-mon. Yeah, I can at least hold that here.
Sumo.
Sure. Why don't you Riichi that? Oh, I'm waiting for a better weight. That's fair. Yeah. I'll allow that one. All right, we're down with 10,000 in South 3. 10,000 a second and up a little bit over 10,000 a fourth. Another pretty good starting hand. A penchant we have to keep because there's a Dora. Progressing quickly once again. We'll see if it actually does something this time. Drawing a 9 wouldn't be bad. Drawing that's not bad. God, this makes me want to discard this shape, though. This is fine. So I need to find a pair somewhere. Like drawing the 9 pin would be the best here. But even so, I'm going to discard in the direction of Tanyao. Because having that as an out is always a good thing. So hold this just for efficiency. Like, I'd probably just discard the penchant here. I probably should have instead of the 8, now that I'm looking at it. Because it does have the... Okay, well, it doesn't matter now. It had the Tanyao outs. That one doesn't help. We would need it to be the 8 to help out this shape over here. I really don't want to hold this door too long. That's something I tend to do. We'll see. Like, it's probably right to just cut it next discard. Yeah, seems fine. Especially with the other door I draw here. We're pretty much just pushing this hand. If I can find a safe tile, I will switch out for the other 5 pin. But now there's no need to do that, so we just Riichi pin Fudora 2. Let's see if we can get there. 5 different tiles, yes, same turkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. It accepted, with this tile in hand, it accepted 5 pin, 9 pin, 3, 6, and whatever the shape was. Nice, okay. Flip an Ura for Hanuman? Is that too much to ask? It is, okay. That's fair. Win basically any reasonable size hand and take the game. That's the target. Now, when I say any reasonable size hand, I don't mean this hand, because this hand has no value. Like drawing a single Dora would be enough. But instead, we're going to have to wrench on or direct hit at this rate. Well, that does open up some possibilities now, doesn't it? Because even just the sumo right now does take it. What am I doing? How do I get out of this? Like, how do I switch this hand around to a different one? Why don't I just Riichi this? I think I do just Riichi this.
Riichi.
It's a little bit risky. If a player on our left wins, then we lose a placement because of it. But the player on our left can't just fold, because if we're the only ones Tenpai, or they're the only one not Tenpai... Well, no, not the second one. If we're the only ones Tenpai, we would win. Otherwise, the player on our right would be above us. Nice.
Dom.
Riichi pays off and we bag a first here. Alright then. This is one of the best starts I've had to a stream in a while. Not to jinx it, even though I know I just did, but, you know. It's always the Sanzo. Okay, back into the game. This looks like a Manzu Honitu at first glance. Because, like, these tiles are all not great. And I don't have a strong incentive to discard the honors just yet. Like, if we keep drawing like that, it could actually be a Manzu Honitsu. If it's Manzu Honitsu, we take that, but I don't think we can here. Okay. It is not Manzu Honitsu. What's the opposite of confirmed? Denied. Manzu Honitsu denied. Discarding the ones over there isn't great for me. But I guess it means that I can draw Dora, I guess. That'd be something. God, apparently just draw pairs. Exactly the opposite of Chinitsu. Do we just start pawning? I probably should have pawned the 2 if I wanted to do that. If you squint really hard, this looks like Pinfu now. Could even be Tanyao. It cannot be Tanyao. I lied. Yeah, I mean, we're just discarding 6-mon, 6-mon in pretty much every case here. I should have thought about that one a little bit more. Discarding 2-3 was better there. I have the 5-6 Sanshoku chance. And like, it's only 25%. It's not a huge thing or anything. But it was better. My mistake.
Riichi.
Let's take the safe discard. Yeah.
Chi.
North is pretty safe. Like, it could technically deal into someone.
Long.
Sounds about right. Okay, is this one a Honitsu? We lose up a little bit on efficiency here. Yep, it's Honitsu. I really need a 7-mon though. Either a 7-mon or an 8-mon.
Boom.
The good news is people are probably going to freeze when I pawn the Chun. Unless the Haku dies first. Yeah, the Daisongen's pretty hard from here. Well, I mean, I say that. Like, the thing is, I don't force it, right? Like, we let the hand develop naturally. And it looks like it's developing away from Daisongen, unfortunately. Like, if we get the 7 right now, it's a Mungun. Thanks, Scene Turkey. I mean, I did put the note about Yakima enforcing in the title this time. God, if I pawn the Chun, what do I do? Do I pawn the Chun? Actually, that's a better question. I probably pass on the first Chun.
Chi.
Huh?
Home.
See, now I'm just waiting on their overflow tile, because this could be Itsu Honitsu. There's only 2 7s left, though. hope an overflow 7 comes out. Sort of. Like, what do I do in that case? So if I get the overflow 7, most efficient discard is the 6. The Itsu doesn't really do anything for us. So I guess my hope is they discard a 6 and then discard a 7. What's that do? Chun Chun? Yeah. Probably should have discarded that 8 first.
Kang.
Yeah, not too much going on here. Just need to figure out if we can get anything here. The 1 is safe, might as well drop it here. Nine mon. That's wild. Now I'm like a little bit concerned about dropping this 9 pin. Yeah, exactly. And they just, you know, got there better. They didn't even get there. Oh, Lord. I'm disappointed in them. If they're not going to get the hand, they should have at least fed me. Technically, we have like a 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku chance. So it might have been better to discard the 8 first, but I don't know. Seemed pretty thin. Okay, so here 8's so most likely to be our pair. Best draw is 7 mon, followed by the 2 mon. I mean, they're trying to draw into Tenpai, right? Team Turkey. Like, I get it from a fundamental, like, idea of the game, but in practice, a lot of times you don't want to call 3 times and not be Tenpai. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen me do it once or twice, and usually I say, hey, this is a terrible idea. I mean it, right? Like, you don't really want to call 3 times and not be in Tenpai. I guess I could have kept that for Itsu. Discard the 3 there. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, so who's on what here? The 4's good. Okay, now we're on all Ryeonmen. On 2 Ryeonmen. Probably should have discarded 4 pin first before it gets too dangerous. Ugh, like right now. I don't like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, did not deal in yet.
Chi.
Yeah, I should be dropping this 3 mon. Soon. 4, 5, 6 is the Sanshoku chance. Keep that back for defense. Yeah, it seems fine. That is very safe against all players. And we discarded away from the Itsu chance, so I'm just discarding the 9 here. Is that Shompai? No, it's not. Okay. We're taking the safer discard here. Yeah. Okay. Yep, pretty good hand. Not bad. Just kind of awkward shapes. 4 pairs, 4 Ryeonmen. Well, 3 Ryeonmen and a Penchon. I'm sure there's a start of a joke like that somehow. 3 Ryeonmen and a Penchon walk into a bar. And bartender says, "Hey, why the long suji?" It's not too uncommon. It's like a cool thing to have an English name in Japan sometimes. Much like we think it's cool to put your name in Japanese sometimes. Sure, whatever. This is the better Ryeonmen.
Home.
Now it's really the better Ryeonmen.
Riichi.
Like, it's Riichi. What do you want from me? Yeah, because at the same time, you gotta remember, it is currently like 7 in the morning in Japan or something. So most of them are probably asleep. Does that say Chitoitsu in Turkey? Am I reading that correctly?
Sumo.
Yep. At least his pinfill wasn't a Mungon. We still retain a slight lead on them. And we have a lot of Pinzu. But it's still kind of a hard time getting this to be a Honitsu. Right? I'm not crazy, right? Like, having 2 completed shapes in 1 Ryeonmen is not really Honitsu material. That can become Honitsu material, though. Won't be a big Honitsu at the moment, but I'll take any Honitsu. Okay. It looked similar to the character for Chitoitsu, and maybe I'm just seeing the 7 and just assuming it's similar, but what is it for Chitoitsu? Let's see. Oh yeah, no, that's way different. Hey, Melodic, how are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna commit here. Why not? That pawn would be pretty terrible. I would chi a 5-pin though. Thanks, Don. Yeah, I just had it up on my other screen here. So West is once cut Dora. If I can draw West, I'd be very happy with that. If I could draw anything, I'd be very happy with that. Yeah, you're right, Seen Turkey. I've never noticed that before. I mean...
Riichi.
Like, we never don't push this. And the reach might be aggressive, but I'm an aggressive player.
相撲
Oh, come on. One time, give me a Honitsu. At least I didn't deal in, I guess. Okay, were any frames just dropped or anything, chat? Are you still there? Just making sure. My OBS is giving me some very strange messages. So I just want to make sure that there's no problems going on here. So if you're there, remember to like and subscribe. And if you're not there, please do it anyway. Okay. Yeah, weird. Like, OBS just gave me a disconnected error. It was very strange. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too, kinda. Is it working now, though? It looks like it is on my side. Yeah, no, it was weird. Hopefully it's, like, not my internet or something. There's no storms going on or anything. Yeah, you just didn't want to see the carnage, Sea Turkey. I appreciate it. Avert your eyes. Drawing like 8 so here is a good upgrade. There's worlds where this makes it to Tanyao. Maybe that was my opportunity to discard the 9-8. I don't know. It's a tough one. Yeah, it was very concerning. Like, I don't know what caused that. It's not like someone's like draining a ton of usage or anything like that out here. I want to reject this, but I don't really have any upgrades.
Riichi.
So I think it's right to just slam it.
Riichi.
And here's where I get punished. Looking forward to it. Okay, yeah, there was weird sounds outside, but you know, that's just kids. Yeah, I'm glad there's didn't disconnect or anything. Looks like everything's still going just fine. God, if I win this, this player's probably going to be livid. Not super likely that I do, but, you know, it's possible. But I guess Ryukyoku is fine too. Oh yeah, absolutely. They're waiting on Hatsu. Okay. That makes sense. And we are Sha. So we would absolutely pull in a Sha here. This hand is going to be slow without something to help it out, I think. Too many kanchans. How do I hold this many kanchans?
ポン
Yep, absolutely. And we're going to play pure efficiency here because we have this many kanchans. Of course, the one time we get punished for actually playing efficiently. Okay, that's a great draw. The twos are exactly the same relatively. Slightly better to keep the Sozu, I guess. Oh yeah, no, like there's a lot of potential bonus here. Okay. This 2 is probably better to discard very slightly. I take it back. I'm brilliant, as a matter of fact. God, does this end up like Chanta ever? I think it does. There are routes to Chanta. They're not exactly routes I'm looking for, but if we find them, then sure. And yes, I'm aware I'm not Tenpai yet. I'm just hitting the auto roam so I don't forget to later. Best draw here is 4-pin.
リーチ
We'll accept that one. And we're fighting again. I think this is correct. I would like to Suji trap everything. To discard the 6, but
スモ
yeah. Oof, they got the good side too. This game is not looking good. We're down by 7,000 to third. See, that's what I get. I shouldn't have said something about having a good record on stream. Still, 7,000 is not insurmountable. We're still in this. If we pair the white dragon, we're in much better shape. Drawing random kanchans is not exactly the shape I want to be in, but it's better than nothing. We could potentially con the 9-pin, but it doesn't really do anything for us. Who knows? Maybe we end up going Nagashi. Yes, I am the same Crow 77, believe it or not. There's a video out there. Basically, I had a paralyzed vocal cord, which made my voice sound terrible and a bunch of other things, and now here I am. Yeah, very same Crow 77. The one, the only. Well, like potentially there's 76 other crows, but we don't really talk about them. Really awkward to have a Dragon Dora in hand this late, though. We could just get Sanonko, though. Draw 8-pin, eventually win on Tunky White Dragon. Oh, no need to apologize. It's fine. You are far from the first person to ask that question.
スモ
Crow 0. Ooh. Do crows start counting at 0? That's the real question. And I do appreciate it, Artie. It's always great to hear people enjoying these things. I'm actually working on a couple different projects right now. One is like the standard strategy style video thing. I'm actually might like start drama stuff too. We'll see how that goes. But I'll at least try a video or two and see if I like it. The crow, I like it. Oh no, crows definitely can't count the negatives. I wonder now. No, I know that crows... Oh, what is it? I've read so many random headlines and studies on crows. I know crows understand the concept of zero, but I don't think they've been proven to understand negative numbers. But I also don't know how you go about doing that. Crows are very smart. That's true. The 77th crow excluded, of course.
Riichi.
Well, that's not great. Like, we have to push into this. And our hand is not great for pushing. The alternative is Toyman deals into like a mangan or something, I guess. We need this green dragon. Okay. Definitely worse things to happen there. I don't necessarily like this direction. It slows down the hand a bit, but it's safer.
相撲
Well, okay. Guess we'll chalk up a fourth here. That's fine. Alright, going right into the next game. Yeah, record for this month is at least better than past few months. Like, this is positive. Barely. 0 to positive. Call -1 times. Like, I'm trying to get in the brain of a crow right now and just try to imagine exactly what to say there. Crazy, crazy concepts. Negative numbers. Whoever thought of this sort of thing? Negative numbers don't exist in real life. Of course we draw the third one. There's no scientific evidence to show that crows understand negative numbers. Very sad. Come on. Inward cawing. I like it. Could just be like cawing in their mind's eye.
Home.
Oh, so much for Nagashi. This hand really can't become Tanyao easily. I guess like Chitoi is one of my potential outs here. I don't like it, but I mean, might as well set up a Suji trap for it. Do we take the Suji trap or the South Wind? Like, we're definitely reaching here. I think we just do this.
Home.
Because of that, yes. Okay. Maybe we'll get lucky and someone will push the 7-pin. But this was also Tanya, which is why I went for it.
Riichi.
And of course, we can draw the South, like we wouldn't have. The Aka Riichi is interesting.
Dong.
I'm glad we didn't deal into that. That's the one nice thing that happened that hand. Yep, seems like they do. Oh yeah, like once cut honors are great to wait for a Chitoy on, but that one was no cut. If it was once cut, I probably would have gone for it. Okay. Pretty reasonable. Want to connect the Aka here. Ideally discard the penchant. I think we discard the penchant anyway. Just try to keep some better options around, especially this early. Okay. It's not Sanshoku. It's got upgrades to Sanshoku, but they'd be furry 10. Headless? No. We don't take headless, we'll take this. It loses the Tanyao, but it could pick up Pinfill. Sure. God, there's so many pairs over there now. Like we can draw 1, 4, 6, 9 here. It's like sort of like a double in Totsu, except with pairs. And then drawing the 5 also hits Tenpai. Again, not a great Tenpai, but still a Tenpai. Just doesn't make sense to push too hard against this just yet. And if we were Tenpai, it'd be a different story. Yeah, I just can't.
Home. Dong.
Made the right decision. Oh, and it was the era. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we do still have some game left. Okay, this one has an Aka with acceptance to regular Dora, accepts all Aka, has a pair of East with another pair. So basically all of our shapes are set. And we're what, 3 Shanten? Something like that. And now has a possible Sanshoku chance. So maybe the shapes aren't set yet. Oh, absolutely. I've been on the same kind of losing streak recently. It's been going pretty good, though. I'd rather keep the pair of 5s for the Aka chance. Even though it's slightly less efficient, technically, at the moment. I think we do take this.
Boom.
And we cut this. Yeah, because of the 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku chance. East 1 Toby, like, as long as this player deals into something before that, I'd be fine there. Very easily could be seen turkey. We'll see.
Boom.
That's a good Dora.
G.
We do like Dora draws. And we didn't get punished for what we were doing, and we're going to get punished for this, I'm sure.
G.
At least the Haku is cut. So the only player who can really capitalize off this con is this one. And they seem to be in the most defensive position out of everyone right now. I would just love to hit Tempai here. We do have upgrades to Toy Toy, but I don't think we take them. It's just already worth enough. But also need to... Oh yeah, I was thinking that scene turkey. Like, it's probably Junchan or Janta or whatever, but we'll see. Either that or they just didn't realize all the ones were cut, but they have a 1 in their discard. So they could have that. We discard this here and hope it doesn't deal in, and it doesn't. Nice. We do manage to dodge one. Like, it could be Itsu, technically. Nice. Okay. That is a Mungan. We are not ending the game in East 1. This just in. All Stars is the best. I play at my local table that we have an All Stars Yakuman if it's Sanshoku with a 5 in the center of all the sets. So 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku or a 5, 5, 5 Doko with all the Aka.
Home.
Granted, no one's ever gotten it. Someone's been close, but not quite. This one too might have been hasty. So we have the 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku chance. Yeah, we'll cut it. We'll just be very sad about it. Yeah, like I've gotten the hand, just not at my local table, not downstairs. I've gotten a Sanshoku Doko with all Aka fully concealed. Oh yeah, it has to be concealed too. I forgot to mention that. It's another thing that makes it even more specific. I think it technically is better to cut the pinch on here. There's only 2 8 pins left, so that's probably a mistake actually. Inward cut. Which one? Like, this is an opportunity to cut the 5 pin. With how few pins are out, though. Yes. This hand, like, had chances to become Tanyao, so I took 1, then 2. Safety-wise, there's not really any difference between the 2. So I didn't see a problem there.
G.
Yeah, Chi 7 from 566, so this player's probably Tenpai. Probably. 7-mon looks fine.
Chi.
Yeah, that's fine. So here we'll take the 7 pin cut.
Chi.
Interesting. Trying to figure out if I can cut 5 pin right now or not. I think 3-mon looks fine. Is it not?
Wrong.
Yeah, okay. 2,000 is fine. We can deal with that. Yeah, like, it is what it is. There's definitely reasons to do that sort of thing. Well, the Tumon doesn't do much for us. The White Dragon does. It gives us actual value to shoot for. 678 Sanshoku is in. And that's an upgrade to Tanyao. But I think we do cut the White Dragon here. Because efficiency reigns. Sometimes. Sometimes efficiency reigns. We'll see. Like, this is still technically efficient. Like, we can get the 5 still. It's just not the most efficient. Best draw here, 7 so for sure. If we draw 7 so, we cut the 3 pin. And we would she 8 so after that. No, maybe not. Okay, that's good though. So let's go ahead and cut this here. Best draws 7 pin and we dama. That's not great. I think I will commit for it here.
Go.
And we immediately get punished. Small hand at least, but not ideal. Okay. Another decent starting hand. What direction are we going here? Ugh, like that's a rough draw here. Like I want to cut the 9-8 pin. Technically there's a 7-8-9 Sanshoku chance. It really depends what our improvements are here. That's not even really an improvement. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm cutting 8-9 next. Yeah. Well, if they'd Riichi'd, I probably wouldn't have discarded the 2 pin. I think. Okay, that's a pair at least. We have the dream of the 2-3-4 Sanshoku, technically. And we'll hold back a dragon for now. Probably would hold back another dragon and discard the 2.
Chi.
I'm going to discard it. It's getting riskier with how Shimo's playing. Is that Shimo? I can't remember which one's Shimo and which one's Kami. I need to like actually brush up on my Japanese. I might be going to Japan in like November. So I really need to start learning Japanese again. Well, the good news is if we draw the 3 pin, no one would ever expect us to be waiting on the 9 pin. Kami is left, Shimo's right. Okay. We'll see if it sticks this time. No promises.
Go.
Oh, it is. That might actually stick. Okay, that is the best player that could have dealt in for us, I think. That makes our position pretty solid as far as everything goes, and that's a lot of honors. Huh? So if we're going Honitsu, we go for the bamboo, unless something changes here. That's a lot of honor tiles. But this is really only like a 2,000 point hand if we open, right? discard this. And now we just go for it if we can, I think. Yeah. We ball. Let's do it. I mean, if we're gonna keep drawing Sozo, this hand gets really good really quick.
Boom. Boom.
Riichi.
It's not 300 at least though, because with the shape of the hand, it was likely that one of the honors would end up as the pair. Like, we're never folding here.
Dong.
Suji. Oh, God, with a Chanta. Disgusting. Like, again, we're never folding there, but... Yeah, alright, good hands just have not been winning recently. Yeah, like it's just too good of a hand. Now this hand, unfortunately, we can't really just open. The shapes just aren't there yet. We'll see if they come, though. I'll hedge a little bit. Yeah, it is, but, you know, that's also sad. There goes my Dora acceptance. I mean, obviously the solution here is just never draw Dora. But yeah, you should have been on the stream a little bit earlier. We were having all sorts of ridiculous hands that just didn't get there. Like Ishan 10 high pies and all sorts of stuff. Okay. Maybe end up with a 2-3-4 Sanshoko.
Riichi.
Ugh. Take the Sotogawa, I guess. Discard the ones. I probably should start with the 9, actually. That's a mistake. Yeah, start with the 9, solidify the head, and then discard the ones if we have to.
Chi.
This hand just became Tanya, though. Sort of. I'm gonna risk a little bit. Yep, absolutely. See, this 3 I don't like as much. I don't think I want to risk that one. The 2 cut concerns me. Well, I guess it was fine. Ooh, that's a great draw. We're back in business. We just have to be able to pass the 7 mon. It's Long Suji. Long Suji is something, right?
Dong.
Well, guess that doesn't matter. Alright, now we are neck and neck for second place. With an Anko of our wind. And once again, we get to play, is this hand Honitsu? If we draw Dora, the hand is not Honitsu.
Home.
If we make a ramen out of the Pinzo, it's not Honitsu. I think that draw is probably enough to make this Honitsu. I wasn't quite ready with it with the 8-so drop, but I think I am now. If another 8 were to come out. We are not conning that, and we are back off of it, I think. Yeah, I think we're back off of the Honitsu.
Riichi.
Oof. Okay.
Chi.
Yeah. I think that's fine. Best draw here is Sanzo. That's okay, though.
Ron.
Of course. Yep, I'm sure it's still the right play there, but the right play is just punishing us right now. Alright, so we have our pair locked. We have 2 Ramen and a set. It's weird. Do we ever open on the last Hatsu? I don't think so. I think I'm going to play this one Menzen. We'll see how the pacing looks if the Hatsu comes out and we still have the pair.
Riichi.
Well then. I mean, yeah, now it's just Hatsu Hatsu. For sure. And we will immediately slam the Riichi if we can. No, we don't ask for mercy on this channel. We embrace the pain. It's really the only option when you play Mahjong. There's one chance, so. If we draw 2-so or East, we take the Riichi. Drawing 1-4-so is almost more painful. Yeah, exactly. You can't both play Mahjong and not embrace pain.
Ron.
Okay. Not the best outcome, but we'll take it. 4,300. It's an awkward number. Like a 5,200 point hand would be great, for sure. This hand could doko, I guess. Not super likely, it never is, but, you know. We'll force the Tanyao here. That's 2,000 points, but Pintandora Reach is more. I'm gonna keep the Doko chance around. If we draw the 8-mon, we can go for it a bit harder. But I don't think we can keep it. It's just not efficient enough. I hate it.
Home.
Do we have to hurry up? Like a pawn of a central tile with Honitsu lurking. I think I do have to open up if I can.
Chi.
Yeah, the pace of the game just says open here, I think. Yep.
Home.
And which one do we drop? Probably this one. If we're lucky, we can direct hit, but that still won't put us above them. Those might still be too
Riichi.
aggressive, but...
Pon.
Okay. Now the direct hit does overtake. We're playing with fire too.
Don.
Yeah, unfortunate to roll yourself into third, but, you know. We got to round up the average for the stream. That's good. We are now a perfectly average third down player when streaming. At least for, you know, this stream. God, our rating was so high. We were above 2,000 at one point, weren't we? Maybe not quite. We were up there, but not that high. Sure.
Pom.
Reasonable hand.
Pom.
Apparently, I don't get to play this game. Which is very unfortunate with this hand. We would definitely prefer to be able to play.
Pom.
Good lord. So our next discard is like 5th cell, or 5th cell. Yeah, like, it's a thing. I will say I've accidentally queued into JoQ a couple times when I was Tokujo, but it's been a while. I probably want to draw the 2-pin here, just so I don't have to discard 1 pin into this. That could be 5,200 here. That's a late 5-pin, so they must be on the Tunky weight, honestly. If they're on a Tunky, I don't trust that. Yeah. No, definitely not that either. Oh, South just came out. What am I thinking? Okay. Just save it, draw a 9-so here, and we're good to go. It could be worse. You could be the Furitan double reach. It's a thing that happened. I should be Tenpai right now. Pretty sure. We're Tenpai now instead. Everything's Furitan.
Chi.
Yeah, the Furitan double reach is definitely a thing. Jigoku Tunky, do we do it? You know, let's just live on the edge a little bit.
Riichi.
This is not a good play. Just for the reference. I do not recommend this to anyone. But sometimes it works. And you can just imagine how mad the other players get. Or sometimes you just deal into like a Mungun, and then you get mad instead. I feel like there's a reasonable chance the player on our right has a
Don.
Chun. No. Hatsu. Oh, of course, Jolte. Why wouldn't you want to make him mad? Mad opponents make mistakes. There was this one time where I like to think that making a player mad ended up costing them the game. It was back when I played Magic. I was playing in a Pro Tour qualifier, and which like sounds like a big deal, but it's not. If you're not familiar with it, it's like it was an open tournament that anyone could go to. And I was in the semifinals for that tournament, so really far. Was going really well for me. And my semifinal opponent was talking with me between like games 2 and 3. And he mentioned that he was from Louisiana, and I'm nowhere near Louisiana. Like, I'm very, very far from Louisiana. So he'd driven up just for this tournament. And, you know, I thought that was weird or whatever. And he was like, oh, are you excited to go to the Pro Tour if you win this? And, like, it wasn't necessarily intentional or anything, but I said, oh, I'm not even sure if I'm going if I win. Like, I pretty much just entered this tournament on a whim. It was just an open tournament near me. And he got so upset. Like, he didn't physically try to show it or anything. He wasn't, like, screaming or anything like that. But on, like, the last turn of the game, pretty much, he made a critical misplay that was just, like, very outright the wrong play. It guaranteed that I was going to win the game. And I like to think it's because I pissed him off so much. But, you know, in reality, maybe, maybe not. Maybe I was just better than him. But I did go to the Pro Tour. Ended up traveling and everything. It was a great time. Very good experience. Even if some Magic players are less than ideal to hang around, we'll say. And this is pretty much just a textbook Riichi here. There's nothing really going on. White Dragon's not likely to come out at this point, unfortunately, but the 3 could now that it's Suji trapped. But even then, still not super likely because it is near the Dora. So most likely it sends in Ryokoku. We'll see though. I'm open to being wrong about that. It looks like a pretty hard fold from everybody here. Well, maybe not the player on our left, actually. Kireno, I sort of play Magic, but not really at this point. It's like I'll occasionally play like Commander with friends and that sort of thing, and like very occasionally. But that's really about the extent of it. Do I open for Chanta here? I think it's too early. Let's hold off. So if I'm opening, I really want the Sanshoku.
Home.
Oh yeah. No, Hearthstone was pretty good too. I played that for a while. Auto battlers were my thing for a little bit. I've like never had a hobby I didn't do competitively though. It's really kind of a weird situation to be in. I think we're getting the 7 here. I don't think 4 pairs we want to commit for Chitoy just yet. Yeah, seems fine. Of course. Oh yeah, no, I sold way too early, but, you know, you can never possibly know that sort of thing. When I sold my cards, I had a playset of Ancient Tombs, because I played Legacy, and I played Stacks, and it was great. And so I sold my Ancient Tombs for like $2 or $3 each. Original Tempest printings in pretty decent condition. They are worth about 100 now. City of Traders is like 300. I sold them for 20. Yeah, it's bad. Oh my god, what is this? Just gonna discard an entire Suanko. Sure, why not? Apparently we should have been Chitoy.
Riichi.
What is this? Unfortunately, Kansai Chitori rules aren't on. Granted, the last one is dead anyway. That's Nakasuchi. Probably worth staying alive for it. That's not Nakasuji. But it is Nakasuji basically, because 7 is Kabe. I wish either the 3 or the 4 pin were good. But here we can do this, that's fine. We will Ponen the Tenpai off of any of these tiles, or Chi into Tenpai.
Chi.
Absolutely. And now we just have to not deal in for a little bit here. Does that deal in? It's not likely. Yeah.
Riichi.
So this 5 is safe. That 5 is not. Sure. Alright, safest tile in our hand is not found. That's a problem. Please hold. I think it's the 9 pin here. I'm sure I'm missing something. Oh no.
Dong.
I'm sure I missed something there. What was it? No, maybe not. 8,000. Ugh. Yeah, maybe I didn't miss anything.
Home.
Just ended up being a 1 chance with an early Sotagawa. Yeah, happens. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything there. I'm not sure. If you saw something I missed, let me know. Holding on to the west because of the Dora, of course. Still makes sense to hold it for a little bit, I think. Can probably cut this 9 pin soon. I think I'll just cut the penchant though. It is kind of unfortunate that we have 3 of the 8s in the discard already though. These 3. That means our 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku upgrade chances out the window. We do have this Akka if we end up getting something like that, which is good. Well, so much for that Akka. It just got a lot harder to use. Definitely not impossible though. God, this is a weird hand. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. Parafox, I didn't want to discard Dora there. If it was cut, maybe, but I don't think it was cut at all, if I remember correctly.
Dong.
Alright. Okay, decent hand here. Couple penchants, but maybe we can draw some 7s and 3s. Or just upgrades, that's also fine. If we draw something that connects to the 5 pin, we'll discard the penchant on that side. And here we can discard a penchant anyway. Which one's better? Probably this one. Just because there's technically more live door indicators. Alright. We are Ishanten. Would still like some upgrades before Tenpai, but if Tenpai comes to me, I'm not going to reject it with a Dora in hand.
Kan.
Especially not with a Con on the board. Okay. So this is a very wide Ishanten now. Unfortunately, 2 of the 3 pins are cut. When it was just 1 3-pin, it wasn't bad. That feels rough, though. If this 3-pin had been cut first, I could have cut the 1-2-pin penchon. Had the Dora Ramen instead. Maybe we'll just get lucky and draw 3. That's the dream right now. So now we have Tanyao outs, which makes it more worth it, and we can cheat the 3-pin if it comes up.
Riichi.
It's getting more likely that 3-pin chi comes up. But the 1-mon isn't exactly safe here either. Best draw is 4-pin. Well, I guess we're Tunky waiting on the 4-pin.
Riichi.
I don't think we can not Riichi here.
Don.
At least it wasn't us this time. Just passing this Mongon around the table. Oh, that would have been so nice. Alright, 8's the Dora. And I do appreciate you looking at that though, Parafox. For the Tonki, you mean? The 2-pin was just cut, so it was fully safe. The 4-pin was not safe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the 2-pin had 2 out, so there's also only 1 tile left. Yeah, we're still just playing normal efficiency here. Really don't want to have to discard this Dora. Like for Pinton Reach, it's still worth it, but better to do that sort of thing. Yes, I like it. Discard the 4 first, because the 4 is now not worth anything. And we probably should open here if we can, but I've been known to be bad sometimes. Which one's better? That one's better. Yeah, I think we do just open if we can. I don't think I open... I definitely don't open there. Okay. Reach pin Fedora 2.
Riichi.
The worst of the 2 weights, but... you know, it happens. 6 tiles left. Let's see if we can find one.
1.
Fortunately, finding the wrong side of it. Okay, there we go.
4
Yep, just keep passing the mangan around the table. Okay.
ポン
2, 3, 4 on Shoku would be nice, but not required. This hand's in decent shape overall. Next cut is the 9. 6, 7, 8 on Shoku is less likely. Cut after this is the 5. Yeah. That 2 actually changed that. It probably should have been the 4 pin. Oh no, 2, 3, 4 on Shoku chance, right? Okay. Now we do just play for efficiency though. It's 6 blocks. Oh no, it's 6 blocks. I guess the... No, I was trying to rationalize it. I don't think I can. It is unfortunate that this 7-8 is dying quickly though. So I guess that is one reason to do this. So maybe my gut instinct just kicked in there. We'll call it that. Sure. Why not? We could probably Chi Forso here. Discard 7-8. We just discard 7-8 anyway. Like the Ryoncon is better than the 7-8 here. Okay. Still would Chi a Forso. Would Riichi anything. Don't like discarding that. Like, this is a little suspect, but I'm not too worried about it yet. These draws, though. I probably would pawn into Tempai here. We don't need to. Probably just reach here still.
リーチ
Yep, I'm right with this. Toyman probably has little other than Monzu left. So yeah, they're likely gonna have to start discarding some tiles real close to these soon. Unless they win first, of course. Come on, just give us the 2. You know you want to. It's right next to the 1, and the 1 passed.
ズモ
I guess we'll do sumo. That's fine too. Nisenaru. No, more than that. Okay. And suddenly, we are in the lead, somehow. Okay. This hand is likely to be Tanyao, so we keep the dragons around, because Yakuhai is the alternative. That's a lot of 2s. And we're Ishan 10. Best draw is 7 pin. We just slam a Riichi on the board. That's still a good draw, though. Oh, absolutely, Jote. And that's a Tempai. Yeah, like
リ
we
ーチ
instantly slam this. I don't see any reason not to. If we get the 2 pin, we'll have the sad not Doko, but, you know, it's fine. Like Riichi, Tanya, Dora. Can't really complain about this one. That would have been a good weight. That 4. Chat, do a quick check. If I trade out this 2 pin for that 4, so what's my weight? I'm quizzing you. I'll tell you the answer in like 20 seconds. All right, time is up. If you switch out those tiles and you have the 4-so in hand instead of the 2-pin, you're waiting on 3, 4, 7. It's actually a very nice little shape to know. It looks like they're all trying to fold, which is good. Drawing an Akka isn't great, but you know. One of our cons is dead. The other one's not. And we have a player on our left pushing again. They've been pushing a lot this game. Like more than I normally do. Watch, maybe they're a stream sniper or something. They're just here looking at my hand and clearly couldn't possibly be waiting on these things. All right, we will take those. Let's extend our lead a little bit. And wow, that's a good hand. And that 5's the Dora. I would chi the hell out of a 6-pin. I would also draw the hell out of a chi pin. Or not chi pin, sorry. Roll pin. We are Ishanten once again. I mean, we just take this, right? Yeah, it's Sanshoku on the other side there. So this is a Mangun. Like Kyriage, but still. Oh, don't say that yet. We have not won this hand yet. But yeah, I hope someone like draws a Dora and upgrades for the 8-so. Nice. Okay. This is one of those games. Wow, and this is just Sanshoku, or not Sanshoku, like Junchan-esque. But I don't want it to be Junchan. I want better than that, and so I can't discard for Junchan here. It just doesn't make sense. Or not Junchan, sorry, Chanta. Of course, I draw that one. It was a slight mistake. I should have discarded the 9 over the 1, but, you know. Or no, sorry. No, that's the right way to do it. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, because 9 indicates 1, so there's more potential. God, should I have just gone for Kokushi, apparently? Honro? Okay. Maybe Honro. Maybe we just go like, you know, Honitsu. It's possible, right? Like at this point, I'm pretty much just high priority. This hand is so bad, why would I push anything? And then we draw the double Dora, and we have to push something. Do not need a con here. Thank you very much. And we're ending up with this Ipeko looking shape. Weird hand. So here we have a wonderful ability to scare the hell out of everybody by discarding the 9. So let's keep that one in mind. I think we do it next discard. We kind of need it though. Like to make another shape, right? I guess we only really need a pair. We can pair either one of these. Yeah. Only need a pair, right? That's how it goes. There we go. There's a pair. Do we ever pawn the south? Well, now's the time to figure that out. With their discards, I don't think we do. I'm second guessing myself. Now let's take it. I'm aware I'm not Tenpai yet, but... Oh, that's the worst. We'll take a Suji here. Okay. That makes it more likely that our Tau is going to come out, but I really don't want to have to deal with 4. But I'm gonna.
G.
Okay, 1 looks very safe, 2 looks pretty safe.
Sumo.
Ah. Okay. And there's a Mangan. And that's the game. We absolutely take those every day of the week. But specifically Fridays, because that's the day we stream this and everything, you know. Alright. Evening out the score a little bit. What time is it? Oh, we're still completely fine. We're gonna keep going here. These games have been pretty quick tonight, I feel. Gotten 5 games in 2 hours, 20 minutes. I guess it's about average. Slightly better than average. My average game is like half an hour on 10 Hell. We're back above 1700. Just need to keep building that score. All right. No known bots sitting on our lobby just yet. See if we can find one. That's a pretty good starting hand. A couple Dora. This Dora is hard to use. But drawing Ramen is always great. Could just draw another 9 so would be completely fine with that. But 8 so is also a very good draw here. Nice. Okay. We're taking requests right now then. So we're taking requests. I'll take the Akka 5 pin. No. I mean, that's not bad. We'll take that. Now we just have to draw the 3 mon and we're golden. Wrong 3, but you are a trying game. I appreciate it. Does that help us? It might help us dig out of this penchant. I think we made a mistake though. Yeah, it hurts efficiency. Because here we just have to discard the 5 pretty much no matter what. I think we're doing it here. Yeah, probably best to keep the safe tile back here. That makes it a bit worse. Discard that here. Like, no one would ever expect we're waiting on a 3 after this, though, right? Hopefully that pause wasn't them waiting on a pawn or something. Yeah, our shapes just aren't doing great. Second 3 discarded. I'd probably still Riichi waiting on the 3 at this point. With the Riichi, it's a little bit harder, but it would at least be Suji still. Okay. Makes that decision easier. Don't have to consider if I want to push it or not. Do we open for Tenpai? Last time we did that, it was a disaster. We can't really judge it off that, but okay. There we go. That's fine. Dora 2, Ishan 10 forever. That is what it is. Another very advanced hand. We've been having a lot of these tonight. We just go pure efficiency here. This game has such a good sense of humor. I would date the hell out of this game. What do we really want to draw here? We want to draw another Ryeonman, right? Draw another Ryeonman. Keep the pair of 8s as the pair. And go from there. So if we want to draw Ryeonman, hardest how to do that with is the 2-pin. So that should be our first cut. When do we cut that? 2-pin's not really safe. But at the same time, the 3-so overlaps a bit. Let's cut the 3-so here. Then if we draw the 6, 7, 8 here, we have a couple options for pairs. Just don't draw the 2-so here. Just discarding all the wins. Okay, so that helps, actually. Because that's the other pair option I was talking about. So now we're Ishan 10. Can draw 7-so to Tenpai and get Pinfu still. Can also accept another Dora. What weight do we take if we draw the Dora? That's a hard one. I'm not sure. Ugh. Of course. Maybe I should have just gone for the Tanyao. It might have been better.
7
If we draw 5-so, we can cut 1-1. 7-so would be absolutely the best scene turkey. We're not at the point where we're going to pull in for Tenpai yet. And that is Tenpai. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to take this. Even though the 6 is not safe at all. Three 6-mon. Let's do this.
Home.
No respect. God, we have so many wins in our discard. We do put the dealer in an awkward position, because I'm pretty sure they're Tenpai on their Honitsu. Okay. That one was terrifying. It wasn't just that it was an Akka, there was also the pause with it, and ugh. We survived, though. Jeez, we are trying to deal in. Okay, the pause on the non was wild. Oh, wow, it wasn't even Honitsu. Crazy. Okay. Starting with the south, unless another north comes out. Yeah. Having an isolated door like this is always weird. Need to draw something to connect to it. Alright. Once again, the game is taking requests. So let's just draw some more Pinsu to make Ryamen over there. We'll take an Aka, sure.
Home.
Can't really complain there.
Home.
Pauses are the absolute worst. See, the pawn of 9-pin into that is a little bit odd. What are they doing? Okay, there's the Ryamen. Good. We have Dora 3. One doesn't really do anything. I'm a little bit worried about discarding into this, but not enough that I'm not going to discard the 1 here. Okay. Really don't want to deal in with a Hatsu, but Pin Fedora 3 would just be very juicy. Just give me a Tenpai. Any Tenpai, I'm not really picky. Okay, we're dealing it. 3 6-pin. We survived. And we're on a Damamangan. That doesn't change anything.
Dom.
That's how we do it. That's why you Dama your Mangans. Because you never discard a 6-pin against this. And that is once again a good chunk of Dora. 2-pin by far the best draw here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we can discard the... Oh god, I can't remember what it's called. The shape here has a name. Not ideal, but I'm gonna discard this over it. It's like the same efficiency as if you look at next tile efficiency only. And best draw is still 2-pin.
Riichi.
That's pretty good though. Yep. Like we're pretty much just pushing here.
Dong.
Oh wow. Lucky that wasn't us. Yeah, not Ariaman. It's the 3 5 6 8 shape.
Home.
Okay. Pulling without thinking too much, but we've got 2 Yakuhai and a Dora. Yeah, like it exposes our hand a lot to really open up like this. I think it's too early to call that con. We are gonna take that. I think I am gonna call the con next turn. I'll be very sad if it's a ton.
Come.
Jeez. Another Dora pops its head. Need to have some kind of safety back, so I need to keep this chin. thought about pulling it. If it was the Dora, I would have immediately. But the 7 is too important here, like incorporating that Dora. Now it's not so much. Now we can do this.
Chi.
Chi.
Okay. So, unfortunately, a lot of the 1s and 4s have been discarded already.
Sumo.
But we can just sumo. Easily just sumo. Yeah, not Chanta, unfortunately. It was not in the cards. It's not just their rules, actually. They do that in American, like all the rule sets we use in American. They do it in Seikoisen, they do it in WRC, they do it in everything. You just open the door right away, just to make it consistent with oncons. I don't really have a preference one way or the other. It's just timing gets confusing if you don't open it right away. Like if someone rolls your discard right after the con, does it get revealed? Does it not get revealed? It just adds more questions you need to ask, you know? But mechanically, it doesn't really change the game very much. Because it was once cut. No, I can't remember. I honestly don't have a good answer for that, Esper. Okay, well at least it was a sumo, not a ron. We're roughly even now. They're slightly ahead, but that can change very quickly. Can and hopefully will. But I have to go back and see if there was a reason that I missed there, Esper. Like, it made sense in the moment that I did it. I don't know if there's an actual reason. This hand could be Tanyao. Every hand could be Tanyao. And that's the 5th shape. So we don't really need this 8 anymore either, because we're never going to be using it. Sequential pairs are a little bit awkward, but for now it's fine. If we draw the 6 to the 9, we can cut the 5, 7, and eventually the 4. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at it again, Esper. I think it's just this here.
Riichi.
That might have been it, Esper. Like, it was defense at that point, right? I think. Can't remember exactly. Like, I'm gonna try Riichi Suji next, I think. How's it going, Naki? Yeah, Tenho is kind of the best, honestly. I'm a big fan of Tenho. Always have been. Never gotten a Tenho, though. So, you know. Maybe I should feel a little bit jilted. Is that the word? So we could Chia form on here. I was does that change? I think that changes that 3, so it's a better discard here. Exactly, Esper. That's what I was going for.
Sumo.
Yep, of course you draw the double Dora. Okay, looks like we were meant to win this game. Still possible. Not really possible with this hand, though. No, not even a chance for Kyushikuhai. But no, what other thing do you stay with for 20 years if it's not a lover, Esper? Answer me that. At this point, I think I have no choice but to regard Tenho as a lover. No, second on Tenho is completely fine at all ranks ever. Like tournaments and stuff, sure, but this is not a tournament. I'll probably start opening if I can get the north. Maybe I don't. See, Esper, I'm surprised about that. I'm actually at my current company for over 7 years now, which is more than the rest of my jobs combined. So I've actually found a pretty decent company out there. Don't know which one's better here. I don't think I open anymore. Oh, I am very capable. I've very much proven that, Esper. I've sworn off the game a couple times. I think I'm finally stuck with it this time around, though. Sorry. Probably making all kinds of sound here, because my chair arms are hitting against the table. I don't even know why I have them down, honestly. My arms rest on the desk. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Much better. Okay. So what are they going for? Like 8-0 is just almost dead. So we'll drop that and keep the safety of the west. Lose 1 tile of efficiency. Nice. You and I have that in common then, Esper. No, when you find a company that works for you, it doesn't really work, but you know what I mean. 4-pin is an awkward one here. Don't really want to discard it.
Riichi. Sumo.
Yeah, it was not our game to win. Now it's getting pretty close to impossible. We're outside of Yakuman range. Unless we get a piece of them. So Sumo Yakuman still takes it. So let's go Suanko. God, imagine we Yamagoshi a Kokoshi or something. That'd be crazy. For those of you that don't know, Yamagoshi is like passing on a win to win off someone else. I like that you censored that word.
Riichi.
Yeah, like you pretty much don't even talk about that sort of thing at my job because it's Japanese automotive. So Japanese automotive, it's like known for not laying people off. which is kind of a good thing to be known for. I remember during COVID, I was still at that company, and we got the letters and everything, and like with all this payroll is taking a toll on us, and I was like, oh, okay, here it goes. We're gonna start the layoffs now. Like, we're gonna have to ask you to take a pay cut, and it was ranging between like 1% and 4%, depending on where you were. And the trade-off is like not driving to work anymore, barely having to work at all, and we just retained our job and salaries and everything. It was great. All right, yeah, we'll definitely take second here. Almost busted 2 people. Insane. Very good game for them. Oh yeah, like especially during COVID, right? Like that's when I started my YouTube channel. It's basically I just got paid to work like 20 minutes a day because it's manufacturing. If you're not running manufacturing, there's really not much you can do. It's just kind of how it is.
Home.
It actually worked out in my favor too, because my boss at the time, I wasn't a manager yet.
Home.
He was like one of those deep right-wing anti-vaxxers, etc., and he was like refusing to wear a mask at work and all sorts of stuff. And one thing led to another, and I've got his job now. So yeah, worked out great for me. Sad that the one mon is dying so quickly. That's a good draw, though. We'll accept that as an alternative. That's fine. Now we just need a safe tile to switch out for the 6 if we get it, or honestly, we'll just take Tenpai. Like, I'm really not picky.
G.
So Tenpai is what we're looking for here. Unforced error, yeah. There were a couple times I had to talk to HR about him like not wearing a mask at work when it was required and everything, and oh yeah, very much so. We are a product of our environments. I'm gonna risk dealing this here. This is slightly safer to deal. I'd rather risk it now than risk it later. I would love to draw a Tenpai here, though. Thank you.
Riichi.
Yep, and Pin Fedora 2 is a textbook Riichi. If we Ipatsumo, it's 8,000 all, or 6,000 all. Unfortunately, never lucky. And they're pushing against us, though. We have a very strong hand to be pushing against. They obviously don't know that, but dealer reach is always scary, right? Of course, who knows how many Manzu they have in their hand. Oh yeah, and like as an engineer, I'm pretty sure I was in like the 2% bracket, which is pretty nice. Ura for the Hanemon? Yes! 6,000 all. Okay. That's the best way to start off a game. Like, I get that there's better. You know what I mean. Just go with it. Alright, I'm gonna drop a Penchon here. It's a little questionable, but I think this is a nice enough complex shape that could be Itsu, could be a few different things, that this is fine. Yeah, like, If I wasn't at my company, I'm sure I'm not irreplaceable, but sometimes I wonder. Of course we cut the wrong pin, John. Technically we demonstrably did, but... yeah. Talking is always a very interesting job requirement. These draws have been terrible. She's never lucky in this game. What's going on?
Riichi.
Well, we draw back a tile we really didn't want to see. So it looks like we're on a hard fold plan. I think that's my best choice here. And we're out of safe tiles. So, now what? Suppose this 9-pin doesn't look terrible. So it is on the chopping block as my next best discard. I don't trust that 6 for some reason. I feel like I should, but I don't. Now I can. Oh, jeez. Discipline. We started off with a Hanuman. We don't need a ton of extra points here.
Riichi. Ron.
Nice, okay. Yeah, like, oh, Jesus. That's a hand. All right, then. But yeah, we deal with, like, customer data and that sort of thing, too. So we have to be careful about that sort of thing. And, like, one of my engineers, I swear to God, he puts way too much into AI. And I don't know. Not sure how to deal with it. But it's IT's problem to detect and solve that, not me, even though I was manager. I did the training, I signed the papers. If I see it as a problem, I'll say something, but yeah. Interesting. So this hand is definitely openable now. Especially since it busts the player on our left if we hit him. I think we cut that one back. If we pull in something, we discard form on. Oh yeah. Like, it's already scary enough. Some of the stuff that AI knows, and I don't want to go into detail there because it is personally identifiable and really don't want to get into that too much. All right. But yeah, it's scary technology, honestly. Like, there's really no way around it. Don't think we want that. And luckily I don't do any personal identifying information
Chi.
really with my job, but ugh. Do I just have to deal in here? Is that the only option? Guess not. Dora. I'm going to take the one chance. Oh no, what am I doing? I should discard the 4 to start out. Just bad play. We can discard the door now.
Pong.
Sure. We can accept a pawn. That's not a big deal. Especially if they're going to give us more save tiles. Nice. Why is North Shompai? Okay, doesn't matter. And that is like the best outcome we could have had there. Aside from like just busting this player outright. Right person dealt in and everything. Oh, another Yakuai in double pair. Like there's a chance this becomes Honitsu. I'm open to it.
Pong.
I might be forcing it, and we'll see.
Pong.
Yeah, I think this is worth it. Oh yeah, absolutely done.
G.
Like, I do use large language models for programming and that sort of thing. But I'd never, like, give it my directories or anything like that. Like, I'm always as safe as I possibly can be. I always say, hey, I need this that is at the same file path as the document or whatever. But that's about it. We will not see the assumed 3 calls number 1 is Tenpai because I'm Tenpai before the 3rd call. The 3rd call would be Ron. What am I doing? That was just wrong, wasn't it? Was I really not Tenpai yet? Am I dumb? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, this is the Tenpai I thought I had a second ago. And yet... How did I misread that hand? It's wild. The good news is this doesn't really look like Honitsu, right? Yeah, I was Tenpai on 3-6, but I thought I was a Shavo Tenpai for some reason. I wasn't really paying enough attention, obviously, but... I'm doing this because it can be a Mungun. It's probably better to just take the Ramen here, honestly. Just because I don't really need the points. But I'm greedy, so here we are. Oh yeah, like...
Pong.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I'm not even a programmer, right? I'm in manufacturing, I'm in quality. But I can still do some programming with AI because AI is a very useful tool. You just need to make sure you're using it right and not completely screwing up everything. But no, if I was going to take the 3-6 pin weight, I would have kept the 8 pin, I think.
Sumo.
Wrong sumo, but we'll take it. It is 5,200. Can't complain about that. We have a Dora pair hand. It could be Tanyao. Yeah, like directly altering is a little awkward. So, I avoid that sort of thing. Like, I'll have it generate an entire document for me, but I'm not going to give it an existing document and have it alter it. I'll say, hey, I need a VBA script to be able to do this thing here. Run the VBA script. But I'm never giving the information to the AI. Oh, don't pull this. Oh, my hand just got a lot worse. Hopefully they draw another 4 right here. Maybe. No, never lucky. What's that change? I think we discard the 3 here then. Be very sad if I draw a 4. No, this is fine. Okay. It's harder to open this hand now. Definitely can't ever discard Dora. Can I get a 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku out of this, though? Yeah. I've had AIs try to use commands that don't exist before. It's always fun. The best one is when I'm using Gemini to like program a website on Google, like literally using their client to program a website hosted on their server. And it writes commands that don't exist. Like, no, that's not valid HTML context. Like, it just doesn't work. And it insists that, oh no, it's fine. So then at that point, I'll like take Gemini's code and give it to ChatGPT and say, hey, there's a problem with this. Can you find it for me? So basically I'm sticking the AIs against each other. Works more often than you'd think.
G.
We are up to Dora 3-2 for those of you keeping count. We have a couple pretty safe discards here with the 9 and the 8. 9 isn't the most safe, but it allows us to open on tiles like that.
Don't.
Okay. Like, why wouldn't you reach that? Right, Kareno? So this hand looks like a Junchun. AI slot match. I like it. I might steal that one from you. Oh, we always talk shit about AI, Dudu. You should know that. Okay. If I have to slop it up for my job, I might as well make it know how to slop less. That is a sentence of all time. I'll say that for sure. I'm sure that's the first time that sentence has been said. You should Google that sentence and see. Oh no, I never said you were wrong, Esper. Don't get me wrong here. You'll find no arguments from my side. We do have the Junchan Sanshoku confirmed here. But we're still 2 Shanten. We're still 1 Shanten. And Junchan Sanshoku. Why do I have so many problems saying that word? Junchan Sanshoku is one of the reasonable ones to open for. And we have it. We just need an 8-pin. So it's not even connected to the Sanshoku here too, which is nice.
3
That gives us a Mangan. Or Kiriage, but still. Interesting. And it looks like we're on Honitsu, which is not good. So we need to find a way to disillusion everyone of that. So if we draw like... I don't know. It's tough. So we get the 6-pin drop here. So then if we can Katagiri something else, we might be able to convince people that we're not on Honitsu. Thank you, Esper. I am well versed in voice and unvoiced sounds. Oh yeah, no, I understand. I've had way too many, not too many, honestly you can always use more, discussions about voice and linguistics and all sorts of stuff like that. Like some that don't even exist in the English language, like what is it, the zh sound? Like the French sound. 7-pin's safer, so we're gonna do that. Fine. It's safer. It's a 1-outer now, but... Oh, nice. Chigoku Tanki! Yeah, someone must have had all the 8s. Yeah, we take those on this channel, BYB. Yes, exactly. I can't remember the name of it either. You know, I probably should just put chat back up on stream at some point. I took it down because I'm like trying not to violate Twitch terms of service. But I realized I don't actually mind that much if I get banned. So I might just put it back up just so people can interact with each other cross-platform. I'm going to commit to the Tanya here. It's a little overcommittal, but I think it's okay. We can still use the 7. And that's one of the things that makes it hurt a little bit. At least the Dora are dying. Like, I'm not too worried about just getting bombed out of existence in this hand. Sure, let's do it. I think it's fine. Sure. You can have it. Jeez, this is a good hand. Especially for what I need right now, because I just need speed. Of course, it can easily prove me wrong very quickly. I'm very sure it's capable of that. It doesn't need to. I'll remind it. In fact, I would appreciate if it didn't try to prove me wrong. All right, and we're at Tempai. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, answering people with their questions always gets mad. Or, wow, those were words that came out of my mouth. It's always funny when people get mad for answering their questions. I've lost a friend over it because she was very upset that I answered her question, and I was done with that shit. There's more to it than just that, obviously, but... Yeah, like I think that most of my job, honestly, is Googling the answer to questions. Like, I know how to use a search engine, therefore I am more literate in most things than most people at my job. It's kind of crazy. I'm pretty sure that's what made me a manager, is that I know how to Google stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't really want to push into Oya. I guess I don't need to. Sure. When I was in college, they were advertising this engineering writing course. And what they're saying is engineers who don't know how to write work for engineers who do, which is, you know, kind of deep, whatever, sure. But in reality, my actual lived experience on the job is that engineers who don't know how to Google work for engineers who do, which is kind of crazy. Jeez, this is a lot of Suzu. Like, I think I'm at the point where I just pawn... No. It's Ishan 10. I shouldn't pawn anything. That's a hard one to get to. Ugh, fine. It's weird, but I'm going for it. Oh, yeah? Yep, location-specific stuff is always interesting. My job, a lot of it's machine to machine. Yeah, that's always a fun one too, see, Tom? Nothing worse than the person who could very easily solve this question by themselves and instead make you do it. What are they doing over there? Do they need this green dragon? I think that's what's going on. So I'm going to try to hold back this green dragon. Probably should have discarded the 4 there. They could be on Sanshoku, though. That weight's just so much better. Oh no, it's not even really. It's like 1 extra, no, 2 extra tiles.
Riichi.
It's like here dealing in isn't even the end of the world. How do I not deal in? Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with just trying to shut down here. Just not worth me trying to push, I don't think. Of course, I'm going to run out of safe tiles really quickly here. Okay, 6 is safe. Good. Yeah, when I say machines, I'm talking different things than you are. But yeah. The thing is, I don't know anything about the machines. That's a different department. And I'm fully aware I don't know anything about the machines, but they get upset when I don't know anything about the machines. Which is kind of wild. I was right to be wary there. That'll be the game. This has been a good night so far. But I reserve the right to change that whenever I want to by dealing into all sorts of hands. On that note, let's keep going. Our win rate differential is still so insane right now. Like this is hands won, this is hands dealt in. That differential is so huge. Like the deal in is definitely higher than it should be. But we should not be at a 24% win rate. Especially not with how bad our record's been recently. Huh. That looks like it might be a Honitsu. I'm not sure though. Wow. Okay. If we pair any of these Yakuai, we're very, very happy. We're not conning. We pair the Dora instead. This just became a Hanuman. Unless we draw the 2. Wild. And as long as we draw like normally, it's not even going to look like Honitsu.
Boom.
Sure. Like, there might be a chance they can read this as Honitsu, but...
Riichi.
Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a lot of Dora. I would love to Chia 2 here.
Chi.
Come on, one more 2, somebody. Ugh. I discarded the 5 early. It should be fine. Like, we're always pushing this hand, for sure. Even scary tiles. Push everything. Because my hand is worth more than theirs. Be very hard for that not to be the case. Door for Honitsu Ton. Haitei for Baimon, maybe? Nice.
Dom.
No, we'll take a Hanuman. We don't need the Haitei. We absolutely take those on this channel. In fact, that's kind of about as good as it gets. We even got the extra tip of 1,000 points from the Riichi. Yeah. Oh yeah, knowing how to explain things is definitely a mood. Because I don't know the machines, but I have to explain the machines to our customer. I'm not sales, I'm quality. Keep that in mind. But yeah, they have been DYB. It's about time, honestly. Like, they've owed me for so long. I've been in such a rut recently. So I can chi one of the Manzu shapes, potentially. Probably shouldn't have held the Dorasuji. It's kind of whatever, though. Yeah, and 1 is safer than 9. Okay. Ishanten. Ramen Ishanten. That doesn't change anything. Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely, Esper. That's another Dora. I guess we get greedy here. Like, imagine we get the Akka 5 cell. Or we just get that. Sure, why not? Here's where someone reaches and we get absolutely destroyed. Never mind.
Dom.
I lied. We'll just get the Kyriage. Alright, I could do with a few more streams like this. Like, if I was doing this, I'd be Tokujo by now, for sure. Holy crap, and this might just be like an outright Itsu. Very quickly. Yep, there's nothing better than deciding, like actively deciding to be greedy and getting rewarded for it. If it's like a passive decision to be greedy, it's not as good. Maybe Itsu. Maybe the Chin variety. Unlikely. But possible. No, not possible anymore. Here we cut this. Why is that better than 5? Because the Akka 5 draw, that's right. What does that do? I don't think it's Itsu. Yeah. And we're in a position to accept all the Akka 5s still. Can't take that one though.
Home. Home.
Okay. Just draw all the 6 pins.
Home.
Ooh. It's getting a little bit
Yeet.
uglier. It's getting a lot uglier. I mean, this 6 looks very nice. And then we're Dama on 6-mon. 3-mon's Kabe and completely safe actually. Feels a little bit greedy to push here, but, you know. Have a player that's almost busted now. But a dealer Mangan does overtake us. Wait, Dama over cut? What? I'm not sure what you mean by Dama over cut. All right. Like, we're trying to work around this 2-3-4 Sanshoku thing. But the Sozu shape isn't behaving. We might be able to push it up to 3-4-5. Oh, I've always called that folding, not cutting. First time I've heard someone say cutting for that. Cut is just discarding a tile, in my book. But I'm sure you're using it like cut and run, that sort of thing. Which makes sense. It's not what I typically hear.
Chi. Long.
Alright then. That's nice. We're only in East 4, really? Yeah, no worries. Just making sure I understand what you're talking about. East 4. Pretty good hand. A little bit of a redundant shape over here. But drawing... I was going to say drawing a 5, and I didn't mean that 5, but that 5's also very good. Drawing this 5 would be perfect. We just get Riichi Fedora. Seems great. Let's do it. Draw 5 mon.
Home.
Check my 5. Thought you're supposed to check someone's 6. Like, it's possible I should have held on to the 3-pin. I probably should hold on to that. It's not as safe, but it gives us the opportunity to get out of some of these bad shapes. Or we just draw what we were looking for anyway. Sure. Alright, 5-8 mon. 6 tiles left. Geez, no Ipatsu, never lucky. Of course, I could get absolutely destroyed here too. Or we could just always have it. If we hit an that's game. No, still playing on. Toyman can no longer Riichi. It's illegal. And this hand, it took a turn for the worse. If we're very, very lucky, we'll get Surenfa, but that is not the case here. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep some safety back here. Pretty sure I'm just holding on to these south winds for the rest of the game. It'd just be good to have those back in case we need them. Discarding door is a mistake there, but it's from not really paying enough attention, honestly. Maybe we just end up with Nagashi. It's doable. Got 6 in hand. This has to not get palmed. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Dudu. And we can still, like, sorta sculpt the hand here. If we don't draw many for the next couple draws here, we'll be better off going for a regular hand. And this is the problem. So we do 9 pin here, because the south is safer to hold on to.
Home.
But this could still be a regular hand. Could become half flush, totally. I mean, we're drawing what we need to. If we draw like exactly 7 mon, I'll probably cut the 5. We're still progressing towards senpai, but we're running very low on honors.
G.
Yeah, it's like clearly a fold here. I think we do this though. It's fine.
Chi.
If anyone gets the most basic sumo, Toyman's done. Like, it doesn't even need to be me. I am not the hero this town needs. It makes me a little sad seeing like all these honor draws come in right now, but I just know if I hadn't discarded that 5, I wouldn't be getting these. So it's fine. I know, right? Let's see, would this have been... No, it's not Kokoshi yet. What is safe here? Let's discard this here. We'll follow up with the 2 soon. Want to hold on to the last safe tile, just for posterity, we'll say.
Wrong.
That's fine. Completely fine with that. 2 was pretty safe against the other 2 players. Okay. So, Pinzu are good draws here. Non-terminal Pinzu, I should say. So really weird, like personal struggle thing, first world problem entirely. But I just recently started dieting again because I want to lose like 25 pounds, honestly. And I'm at that point where like I was eating when I felt any hunger at all, pretty much. It's like a little bit of snack or whatever. So I'm still have to like get used to feeling hungry and not having it feel awful, which is weird. So that just hit me for a moment. Like I realized I should eat some food. But yeah, that's why you just don't end up getting direct hit. Simply don't deal in.
Home.
Yeah, it's not like out of reach or anything. But you know. I could open this hand for a 4. Where body fat is collateral. That sounds like some Doctor Who shit. Oh yeah. New Akagi season. The Doctor Who Akagi crossover. Let's do it. Okay. So we're in a fairly safe position here. I'm not sure how I twist this to winning the hand, though.
Home.
It might actually be that.
ポン
This looks a little weird, but I'm kind of here for it. It's not super likely to bring us to Tenpai, but it's possible.
チー
Now we can chi any of the Manzu or Palm the Seven. I will not be pressing that con button, though.
Zumo
Okay, that's fine. Nothing really bad here. Small differential. Yeah, it's fine. Still have to avoid direct hits, but even then we'll probably almost certainly take second. So the girls from Saki got fat and need to play Mahjong to pawn it off on someone. Holy Lord. That is a concept. You should pitch that and see what they say. Is Saki even still in production? I've never actually seen it, and I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, it's hard to describe the, like, sense that I have for some of that Esper. Like, I saw a route to Tenpai that didn't involve dropping dangerous tiles. So that's why I took the route that I did. And sure enough, it paid off. I don't need to play that risky. Could send up Otozuke for no reason. That's not bad, though. This is always a fun shape. Okay. I can get behind this. I would love to chi a 6. That is not a 6, so I will not be chiing. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I'll never knock anyone for enjoying that sort of thing. Just not for me. Just like Mahjong Soul. Not for me. I'm a little bit light on safety right now, so that's something I need to be aware of. But I think I'm okay with it. I think I have a reasonable enough path to fold. I mean, that's not great, but we're gonna take the Senpai. It is a Sananko, like this is a Mangan Sumo still. This ends the game on a Sumo. That almost ends the game on a Sumo. So now it's very hard for Kami to win unless we deal in. Do I open here? Probably. It's probably right to pawn this and maybe not do much else. Yeah, I like that, I think. Open for a little bit of efficiency, we'll say a little bit more speed. 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku chance. Yeah, not necessarily open, just like keep opening, right? Like it doesn't necessarily make sense to. To get the Sanshoku, we pretty much have to draw 6 so right now and forsake efficiency. So it's really not going to happen ever. But it's nice to think about. Yeah, absolutely, Esper. And those are always the fun games too, honestly. I enjoy playing like that. There was one game
Boom.
I was playing, and if you guys know the standard rule set, it's standard. One of the rules in standard is that open reach is complementary. So if you expose your weight when you Riichi, you don't have to pay for it. It's also worth +1 Han, because open reach always is. So I was down to my last 100 points, and this is one where 0 is busted as well. It's another weird little quirk in the rules. And I'm dealer. I'm like, okay, here's dealer, and we'll just get a good hand and we're good to go. I get double open Riichi on a 3-sided weight with an Akadora. So it was basically one of the best hands I've ever gotten in my life. I don't want to reach this, so I'm not gonna. Now this, I think I can.
Riichi.
This is a little risky, but I can't just let the dealer run around either. You might be a little bit behind, Esper, but yeah. Like, they might be on some BS, but I'm not too worried about Toymen. Like, if I deal into Toymen, I still have a pretty good lead.
Wrong.
Okay, they were on some BS. My mistake. It's only a Mangan, though. Like, that's the problem with Honroto, is it's really not that lucrative. Alright, we are up 20,000 points. We don't need much, we just need to not deal in. In theory, that means we can high priority. Just like start folding right now. In practice, I hate doing that, so I'm not going to.
Boom.
Chun. Do you have this one too? No, okay. It looks like they're going for Honitsu. We'll kill any chance they had at Shosang or at Daisangen. You just punch it in the face, Esper. It's that easy. Yeah, it's not easy, honestly. So the best advice I have is that it does look like bullshit, right? So if their discards don't make sense and they're open, there's something weird about their hand. You just have to figure out what it is. So that's why you can figure out Honitsu, that's why you can figure out Chanta, Junchan, all that stuff. It's not too big of a step to do Toy Toy from there. And at that point, basically you're discarding tiles that anyone has discarded. Like pretty much the entire table is safe tiles to you. It's not exactly how it works, but you know, close enough. So that's really what you're looking for in that kind of situation. Like, I think I can try to feed here, right? They'd have to have... Yeah, they even discarded a Dora. Like, I'm just not worried about their hand here. Like, it's mutually beneficial for me to deal into them here. I think. In before it isn't mutually beneficial, but we'll see. Like, I'm just not worried about dealing that tile. Is what you need? If so, take it.
地
Like, they'd have to have a Hanuman for me to worry about it. Yeah, I didn't either. But I wasn't exactly looking for Toy or anything. Sure. Like, I'm just not worried about anyone's hand right now. Like, get me out of here. Someone dealing to someone. I don't care if it's me.
ドン
Okay. See, it's fine. Like, this is Sashikomi. That's how it works. You shut down the hand, and that's it. All right. I don't think I'm going to push my luck. It is almost 11 p.m. here. So I think I'm going to call it here. And thank you all so much for joining in. I'm glad we were finally able to have a really good winning stream like this. So far we are probably about to even, yeah. So 615 over 1200 on the way to 4th Dawn. So closing in on Tokujo once again. Hopefully we just keep going in the right direction. That's really all I can hope for. Next week I'll be traveling, so I won't be able to stream on Friday. But the Friday after, I will be streaming as normal, 7 p.m. EST. If you haven't yet, please join the Discord. It's available in the description down below. If you're on Twitch, go to any of my recent YouTube videos, and they're there as well. Happy to see you there if you do. If not, we'll see you at the next stream. So with that, everyone, that's about all I got for tonight. Everyone have a good one.